Yeah, let's steer away from those e4 openings. I was having bad luck with those e4 openings. Of course, that was the other side. Anyway, we have a Queen's Gambit declined. Turkum Caliph is pausing to think here. Okay, that's a Chigorin, I think. The Chigorin defense in the Queen's Gambit declined. It's an interesting line. I tried it out myself. Seems like this knight is blocking the pawn, so it seems like it's in the wrong place, but it does immediately put pressure on the center. So I'm playing conservatively, just defending the center. Now, it's interesting he didn't pin my knight before putting his knight there. So he has this funny pawn structure here on the king's side. There's a check here. May be useful at some point. And the open d-file and an extra pawn in the center. Half open d-file. I'm just going to castle kingside though and figure out how to develop my dark squared bishop, which seems to be in a bit of a bind, but I want to get the king away from this pin, which is going to happen pretty soon, I expect. Maybe not. He might jump in here with the knight. That's another interesting way to play it. Knight could be thinking of coming in like this, see. There we go. Could play f3 immediately. Go after the center. Then develop my bishop on this diagonal here. Or just develop the bishop first and then play f3. Yeah, I like this. Let's put the bishop here first, especially now that his queen is here. So he's playing this like a stonewall attack, bringing his queen over to my king's side. Okay, let's try and give myself a little space here then. He moved his queen. If he takes en passant, I'll take with the knight. If he leaves it there, then I'm just limiting his ability to expand on the king side here and attack my king. So I decided not to take. Let's kick that bishop. Okay, so I got my bishop off the back rank and all of my rooks are connected. And he went there. So I can put a bishop here. He takes, I take, and I'm hitting here. Not so great. I think queen over here to help defend the king side a bit. It's clear he's going for this fast attack. I can double my rooks on the F-file. I want to bring my rook over first and then maybe bring the bishop down to defend if I need to. So what's going on here? I'm thinking of pushing this pawn. Hits this pawn, hits his knight. If his knight moves, I'll take. If he takes, yeah, I think I'm still doing this. If he takes, I will take back. If he takes with the knight, then I can take the pawn. If he leaves the knight there, what do I do? Yeah, let's chase his knight first. Yeah, maybe this is a little slow. We'll see. He pushes, I take, he takes. I take back, he takes with check. I just block. Because the knight's here. If he could move the knight with tempo, I'd be in trouble. Anyway, that's the idea. Force a trade of rooks. If he takes again, I can take back with the bishop, hitting his rook. And let's see, I can hit his rook again from here. Rook will go sideways. Let's see if I can get some mileage out of chasing his rook. I'm not sure if this improves my position or not, but I'll just use this as a chance to step up with my king. It's hard to attack his bishop because the knight is guarding the squares that I want to go to. Okay, now I can attack it. Yeah, take the bishop with check and then take his rook. He can jump here with check, but I'll just step aside. think he's lost it. He has the knight here to check, but I could take the knight and then take the rook. Let's go to the analysis board and just make sure I was winning here. Yeah, this is +5 for white, so that's a win. Okay, let's get another game. So nice to get a win in. He kind of went overboard with the attacking. How about French defense? I did the E4, E5, and the C4. I could do another Sicilian, different kind of Sicilian, I guess. Or I could play a Scandinavian, but now we've got a we've got an exchange French. Okay, he wants to pin my knight. I will castle. Let's kick that bishop first. Yeah, he went back. Okay, so I can pin his knight now. And he went back again. Okay, so I could get my knight on this square. Kind of like that. First I'll develop my knight here, then I'll push this knight up here, maybe bring this knight here, trade this guy off later. So yeah, it looks like he wanted this battery. Is he going to sacrifice? I don't believe it's sound. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. I can come out with the bishop hitting his queen. And bring my knight over. So he's going for this square. Yeah, I'm just going to develop. Okay, yeah, that knight is an annoying piece, so let's get rid of it. And let's kick this bishop back. Can I do that? I go here and he plays queen takes pawn instead of retreating his bishop. And he's threatening mate. I guess I can't do that. Well, unfortunately, this looks like it's going to dissolve into nothing. But sometimes that's all you can do. Retreated. Okay, he's going to keep the material on. I want to get my queen off the back rank, so let's start with this move. If he pushes the pawn forward, I'll have to retreat, but on the other hand, that cements this bishop here in a good square. So he goes there, hitting this pawn. Let's defend it. I didn't want to defend from this square. Well, I could have, yeah. Okay, he wants to kick me around. I guess I have to go to this square then, huh? I could consider playing f5 here. Could follow up with f4. Gives a little more freedom to this bishop. Shuts this one down for the moment. Threatens to push on here. So queen here first, or just push on immediately? Just push on immediately, because if he moves his pawn up, then I can grab the h-pawn. Here, let's defend my b-pawn first. I don't want to give that up. And then, then see what he does. Do I want to sacrifice? Could take twice, but I don't have a check after that. So he did gang up on this guy. I was wondering about that. So, but that's defended at the moment. So I play here. Opening up this diagonal towards his king, perhaps. Attempting to. Okay, he wants to get rid of the light squared bishops. Don't see a problem with that. Here, let's get my rook into a good square here. Push with the pawn and lets his I guess if I take with the pawn, he can push this pawn, and then I can't take back, and it's hard to defend here. But I could keep pushing. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. This is interesting. Because if he pushes the pawn, I can go here. He's playing all those moves quickly. Maybe he saw that I was low on time and he's trying to exploit that. Yeah, when I go here, he's going to play the check when I push this pawn, so let's defend against that. Didn't want to lose this, right? So he paused to think after all those quick moves. Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering about the queen takes, but I guess pawn takes makes the most sense. And he still has a check, but now it's just I just step aside. So what I'm going to do here is chase his queen. And then push those pawns. And I'm betting that my pawns are closer than his. Plus I have a check here. His king goes, yeah, the check is very dangerous too. The king has nowhere to run. As well as some threatening two things here and here. Didn't think that was any good. Where is he going? He can only block with the rook. Yeah, he resigned. And we can take a quick look at this one before I mated him. What could he have played here? It's mate. Okay, yeah, after he pushes the pawn, it's mate. But here it's a -6. His best move is rook e1, and then I play, yeah, my rook up to c3. Like I was thinking, okay, another nice win. Let's get another game. Let's try e4. I'll try the e4 attack now. Olechka Buzava. He goes for a Sicilian. And he's playing the e6 Sicilian. Okay, go for the open Sicilian here. Let's see, I don't have to take. Help him develop. He's supposed to take and help me develop. He's not following the script. Let's get castled. So it's going to turn into a kind of a closed Sicilian, it looks like. Okay. I don't mind this at all. It's he's kind of fallen behind in development here. Let's just bring my pieces out. Let's ask this bishop where it's going. It's going to this square, I guess, to attack here. It's okay, this is defended. Let's bring the knight out. And let's see, rook here, knight here, there, knight here. Don't want to play the knight there yet, but I can. Let's bring the rook here. I can drop the bishop back to defend this pawn. Wonder if I could just double here. I'm not really threatening his knight. So just connect my rooks, see what he does. Okay, yeah, we'll bring another piece to defend here. I want to be able to move this knight. Okay, he's taking the pressure off of here, but he is thinking of coming up here, I guess. Let's just stop that. Just say no. Okay, en passant. Could chase that knight away. Well, not that way. Didn't mean to do it that way. For some reason, yeah, I wasn't thinking of him taking there. If he takes, I get a fork here, so if he moves his rook, I get a pawn here, it looks like. Open up his king side. Get the queen check here. Could be good. So he goes there. Yeah, I'll take the pawn. And I will check. If he blocks with the rook, I'll take with the bishop. So I get a piece. Okay, so it looks like I am a piece up. Oh, and I take his rook here too. Is there a way to attack it better? Knight here, hitting his rook. Okay, he unpinned. But knight here hits the pawn then. Okay, let's get my knights into the game. So 3 pieces and 2 rooks, and he's got 3 pieces and 1 rook. Yeah, I'm a rook up. So we just need to activate as a check here. Yeah, activate my rooks. Okay, so he's still playing, but he's just a rook down. Check. If he takes my knight, I'll take his bishop. I want to get rid of that bishop pair. It's kind of annoying. And he resigned. Okay, well, it was nice to beat Mr. Buzava. Where did he go wrong? Here, let's take a quick look. I forget what happened here. It's all just kind of a random opening. I think it's okay in the opening, what I did. It's all even. Then he, where did he start to go nuts? Here, I gave up a pawn, but this turned out to be good for me, I guess. This is still even. Yeah, but the check wins a piece. And he also could have grabbed his rook, I suppose, at some point too. Anyway, good game. Let's get somebody new. Okay. Oh, we got a classical Ruy Lopez. Haven't had one of those this session. Plays the Mortimer defense. Let's just build up in the center then. So he left this undefended here. But I couldn't play my knight here yet. And when I say undefended, I should say under-defended. So I go here, he just castles, right? Doesn't really do that much. Going to develop my dark squared bishop here. Yeah. See, I would have just been helping him castle, basically. And now I've got my queen on an interesting square. He's defending his center, so his knight can move. Let's go ahead and get castled. Centralize my rook and bring the knight into the game. Let's avoid the trade of the bishop. Let's build up in the center. Now I've got knight to c3 again. Okay, he's exploiting the pin, but doesn't really matter. Has to move again. Looks like he doesn't want to just retreat, but I don't see anything but retreating. I mean, it's normal to not want to retreat, but sometimes when your moves don't work out, you need to admit it. So he went there. Okay, we can trade. Took with the knight. He could have considered taking with the queen. So the queen is going to not come out because I've got that covered. Let's kick his bishop back. Then can develop my queen. I could continue kicking his bishop. Guess that doesn't really work, huh? Let's develop my queen. So f4, f5. He ran with that bishop. And I also have knight to d5 now. Once again, doesn't have many good squares for that bishop. Okay, let's double rooks here in the center. I could just go directly for the g2 square. Don't give him time to regroup. g7. Going directly for the g7 square. Yeah, I have a light squared bishop, so if he tries to defend, I can put the bishop here. Still threatening to go here. He did get a check in, okay. Didn't see a way to block that with tempo. The rook defends the knight, interestingly. Well, I can just take the queen there. He can have a take back. There's no way out of this one. But he made a mistake, yeah. He just meant to go there. So now that's pinned and I'm threatening mate again. Because of the pin. This is mate. And it's still mate. All right. That's a nice kind of win.